Ebusuya Speaker of Parliament Yewura Somani Aban Babeng Papai Nebu Fupa ne Koko Apai a blood friends and for Inshiamu Nina any majority ni minority once and someone able to move from pa ewo Ghana man yema imrachim fame chair Parliament enya samkwa Ebusuya Nina majority ni minority amanfo bebre edidi papa ya tamu ebu ene ono akasa friends and for meeting watoto ayampia bi ede akwama Kyei Mensah bonsu ene wono ekeka ho ene atoni general so agene de Godfred odame esu de ewomu a Ebusuya enya asemketwa ebriko na mu ode bi akwama Supreme Court maame Gertrude Tokono ni nyina wo so agene de enam nsem bi a onama be fontenta no so kasa se obema ono Speaker of Parliament Yewura Somani Aban Babeng dibre abafa Ebusuya waje bre ne wono amudidi na tem nyina no papa yi akansem e de afa ho.
These are very interesting questions. The first one is easy. It's a fresh instructions to the clerk to Parliament to resubmit the bill to the President. I'll leave it at that. The second one, please, it's not part of the duties of a speaker to decide where an MP should sit in Parliament. It's not my duty. That determination in Ghana's situation, in various parliaments, these things we are talking about, majority side, minority side, don't exist any longer. That's why in my ruling I use the term old school. The British model, government, opposition, benches, and a carpet in between them. And so when you are shifting your political lineage, you have to cross that carpet to the other side. And that is why you have the term carpet crossing. Our parliament is not arranged in the form of government and opposition. And Ghana don't like the term opposition. So we decided to adopt the terms from the United States of America, majority and minority. So you can even sit anywhere. But the numbers determine who is majority and who is minority. But in our parliament, the practice is for those who constitute majority to sit at the right side of the speaker. Behind this, as in the textbooks, the determination, therefore, in our situation, as to who constitute majority or minority, is a question of numbers. As to where they sit, is the determination first of the political parties who influence who should lead the caucus or party wing in Parliament. They, after various consultations, decide that these 5 people should occupy these positions in leadership. And so they are given the chairs in front. Then in consultation with them, the 5 leaders, they determine who should sit behind them. Because as a leader, you need somebody that you have trust, confidence in, who has the capacity, so that when you are in some difficulty or you have a challenge, you can just lean over and listen to his or her whisper. So you have a say as to who sits behind you. The speaker is not involved in this. The whips, particularly the chief whips, lead in trying to identify who should sit behind. And it also has to do with years of experience in the house, and also the issue of gender and other professional backgrounds, until you get to those who are at the back. Even though we don't sit on benches, we still use the term backbenchers. The speaker is not involved in this. After they have agreed on it, they then get in touch with the parliamentary service through the clerk, who will get his officer at the table, together with the marshal, and they will get the names, print them, and place them on the various tables as decided by the various caucuses. The speaker don't come in this. Please. How can you call speaker to come and decide where people should sit? It's not part of my duties. Number 3. I will plead with you. Go and look at that letter. He's the Attorney General. He did his service in Parliament here. I was leader then, when he was doing his service here. Yes. So I know him very well before he became Attorney General. Read that letter carefully. And that's one of the things they are missing. There's vast difference between Parliament as an institution and the office of the Speaker. The Speaker is the party before the Supreme Court, not Parliament. So as Speaker, when the Attorney General is taking a different position from my position, I should still contract him as my counsel. I will leave it at that. Because I'll meet the Attorney General and I'll tell him my peace of mind on some legal issues and pronouncements he made at the Supreme Court. You know, Attorney Generals must be respected as learned, but it should not be part of what Obama referred to. Not me. It will not work. Number 4. For the terms they use against me, it's part of the hazards of the work. We're doing everything as leaders, not to bring up our youth to believe that indecent, intemperate, insulting and offensive language is the way to go. But people interpret freedom of speech to mean that freedom of speech without responsibility. You can just use any words. But you know how offensive it is to you yourself or your parents when it's used against your father or mother. But for me, what I believe in is that you reap what you sow. That one, nobody can run away from it. I think the last question, I answered it. As to who is majority, who is minority, I made it clear to all of you. It's not a function or duty of the Speaker.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. We will take the next tranche. I see Ahmed, the Director of Media Relations, is working to do that. Again,
thank you
your
very
name?
Much. My name is Ahmed Usman Khalid, Imam Zakaria, Ngurugurwe. No, I have to plead the Constitution. Please, I bet mine. Yes, can you open Article 1 or 2? I just want to quote what the Chief Justice read in Supreme Court in the absence. My name is Ahmed Usman Khalid, Imam Zakaria Gurugurwe. Oh, a freelance journalist, not from MPP headquarters, please. My school fees was paid by the speaker, so. Council, Article 2. Yeah. I just want to read what the Chief Justice read in the absence of the speaker. I don't want to paraphrase, I just want to read. Article 2. She says this way. 1. A person who alleges, I'll leave all and come to surplus 4. Failure to obey or carry out the term of an order or direction made or given under the clause 2 of the article in this constitution commits a high crime under this constitution and shall, in the case of the president or the vice president, constitute a ground for removal from office under this constitution. Right Honorable Speaker, this was read before an open court, Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court was saying that it has instructed you to adhere to its orders. Failure is that she's going to apply Article 2, Clause 4 on you. That even the President or the Vice President, if they go contrary, or if they may refuse to, follow the order, they suffer this particular punishment. Right Honorable Speaker, have you gone contrary to the Supreme Court's orders, ruling, or judgment? Thank you very much.
Okay, my name is Evans Sulabi from TVSYZ and Power FM. Mr. Speaker, we want to know whether the 4 seats which were declared vacant still remain vacant.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Simon again. I report for the Accra Times. In one of the interviews, former Majority Leader Honorable Kyei Mensah had with Joy News, he said after your predecessor, former Speaker Michael Kyei, gave the ruling in 2020, he disagreed with former Speaker Michael Kyei, and you supported his stance. I want to find out why did you go back to support your former predecessor when you expressed disagreement with his earlier ruling? Thank you.
Thank you, Speaker. My name is George A.C. and I'm with Ghana Web. By your ruling on the 17th, the 4 MPs were supposed to have vacated their seats, and the court has ordered them to come back. What is your instruction to the clerk and those who are responsible? Are they going to be allowed to come into Parliament or not?
Thank you very much, Rather Honorable Speaker. My name is Nana Kweku. Well, you're talking about the same matter using different words. But that is before the Supreme Court. And I've given instructions to my lawyers to handle that. So that is not a matter for me to comment on. My lawyers are handling that. So all questions dealing with those issues before the court will allow the court to handle that. What I will draw your attention to is that the practice and procedure of Parliament is unknown to many, including the courts. And anything I do on the floor I refer to the standing orders. The courts can declare the standing orders as unconstitutional or unlawful or whatever. Until that is done, as the presiding officer, I'm bound on issues of proceedings, in practice, apply those rules. And that is what we did. That is why in my statement, I drew your attention to the fact that what I did on the floor was just sharing of information, communicating to the members that this issue that was raised, and by the standing orders, I have options. Could have set up a committee to go through it and submit a report. That report could even lead to legislation. Or I could go and inquire into it myself and then come and inform the House of my findings. That is in the standing orders. That is what I said is being construed to mean ruling. In our parliamentary practice, you don't make ruling when statements are made. Statements are commented upon. But the nature of the subject matter was debatable. And because of its importance, I had to give room for many more members to comment. But in trying to comment, they debated it. So that was what happened. But I'm clear as to my rule. Just inquire into it, come and share with the House in the form of information what your findings revealed.